to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
One of the most dedicated fan bases in all of sports, Lincoln, Nebraska is home to Memorial Stadium. 85,000 strong, pack it in every time this team kicks it off. Lincoln becomes one of the most special places to watch a college football game. Definitely a bucket list item. Nebraska continues to be one of the strongest traditions in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Nice?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Huskers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the ground, it's Edwards. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Tavian St. Clair. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reynolds. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. St. Clair. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. Got enough for the first down. Racing to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Throwing Joseph. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Cornhuskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, gonna throw it. Extending the play. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun on third down, Joseph escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
And I know he tucked that thing, and he got some good yards, but as a defense, that's exactly why you're so thankful to be in third and long. You're backed up. You're taking away the passing game. No explosive plays. He takes off and run.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Joseph. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down?
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. He's past the sticks. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
You see offenses doing this a lot now. When you got a scrambling quarterback, get him outside the pocket. Run a bootleg to the left where he has the option. What can he do? Pick him up, put him down, and go get some yards, or he can throw it down the field to try to make an even bigger play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
The Buckeyes will go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags it quickly on the left. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
95, 96, bridge. 95, 96, ready, ready. Go, go. On the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hunter. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch, that's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Joseph. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Out wide left, it's Barney. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Throwing Joseph. Turns up, it's Barney. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Quick give. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. And the Huskers in the hurry up. Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Gets rid of it.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Throwing St. Clair. Left side is Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Down in the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Again, it's St. Clair. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Tavian St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Edwards. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest, but there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Second and long here. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Now here's Tavian St. Clair. He'll get rid of it. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Right side, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out.
Number 96, set to kick this one.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Hauls it in. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's past the marker. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let him have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here,
intercepted. Oh, what a play. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He leaves it with the back. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on second and short and take shots. This offense said, nah, we want to get the first down, and we want to get it now.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll try the right side. At midfield, he's got room. Off to the races to the right. He's at the into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll bring it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where he stopped, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. St. Clair going over the top. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at Oregon State taking on the New Mexico Lobos. And it's the Beavers looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss. They lead it here in the first half. We'll see how things progress. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening.
Makes the catch and he's free. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Huskers want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He'll try to do it himself. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. A designed run for the quarterback. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Making the adjustment. Joseph. Makes the grab. There he goes. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Wide receiver going in motion. Throws it off the RPO. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a touchdown, Husker! And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense. Man, he's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Throwing St. Clair. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these big running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Finds his man on the RPO. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Out wide left, it's Edwards. On the move is the 30. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive to...
Lots of running room. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Working the ground game. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Cornhuskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Throwing Joseph.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Caught. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
From the gun on third down, Joseph. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?